Welcome everyone to the Lotus Sanctum. My name is Chris, and for today's message, what is wanting to come through is this expression of desire, and knowing that desire is something that is an extension of you, that is living through your expression. It's an impulse that flows through you, that gets to be lived and experienced in its fullest, in its entirety. And it's up to us as human beings to give it the meaning and the charge that is coming through for it. So that is to say that there is nothing wrong with having a desire. It's the charge that we put behind it, the emotional connection, the meaning that we put behind it is what gives it the life that is wanting to come out. And it's there is healthy obsession and there is unhealthy obsession. The healthy obsession is watching it transform, creating it, indulging in it, so enjoying the sensory experience that you are going to have with it, from it, and then to put it out and let it go. There is a charge of emotions that come through from that. There's a charge of stories. There's a chain of stories that come through and they want to express themselves. Allow for it to live, even those stories. Because you may not know to what extent, what intention, what emotion, what story is triggered and has been clinging on. And for this desire to exist, to materialize, it's requiring and asking of a certain aspect of yourself to be released. A certain aspect of yourself wants to let go, wants to transmute, wants to transform into something that is more sustainable for the longevity of its livelihood, for your own livelihood, for your ability and desire to expand, to grow, to express yourself. That comes from you being able to let go of what no longer serves and to replenish and energize and feed what wants to show through. Having the courage to have the full expression, the full bodied expression for this desire to live and to come to life. It truly takes practice and having a system, a ritual that you can use to support you along your journey, to facilitate the journey. And it isn't only, one system, one ritual that is going to do the trick. It's multiple things. Secondly, whatever way that your trigger, your emotion, your story, whatever it is, whether it was a good emotion or a bad one, whatever the case is, whatever wants to leave, it's showing you how it wants to leave. It's showing you how and why you are being contracted for you to erupt and create and birth something new. And that comes from a desire. The eruption of something is the eruption of a desire to create something. It's to put something out, to express in its full entirety. And so the more you allow yourself to, so the more you give yourself permission to express the emotion, the desire, the impulse, right? This fire in us, it actually decreases the inflammation showing up in your body, in your expressions, in your emotions. And you'll notice that there is more ease and fluidity available for you in your daily life. There is so much more love and pleasure and excitement available for you to experience. So give yourself that permission to truly be your fully expressed self, even if you suck at it, even if it's challenging. Just give yourself the permission to genuinely show up and be just who you are in your fullest light, in your fullest ability. Know that what you are here to create is purely for your own pleasure, as well as it just so happens that other people also will be enjoying it. Because technically, we do create things so others can enjoy it. It actually brings us joy to have someone enjoy what we have created. That level of indulgence, that level of play, it's a way of exchange. It's a way of replenishing yourself. It's the ebbs and flows that we indulge in. It's our human experience. It's our human nature for us to live in this manner, for us to not only um, do something for ourselves, but it's in this expression and desire to create for our people, for our communities, that lifts us up. That motivates us to keep going, to keep growing, to keep choosing life. It genuinely allows us to expand to our fullest selves. And it's through our desires to create an experience for someone that we begin to meet ourselves, because for us to create something for someone, for us to do something for someone, it requires you to come from a clean place. And it's the cleanliness of it is not that it has to be pure in nature, but it's that even in the messiness of it, you will still be able to create. It's in the acknowledgement of the mess and the beauty and the stillness, right? Um, in all the spaces, there's an availability for something to be created and to be birthed. And whichever form and shape it takes just that. There's to be many deaths, many unravelings for you to be able to blossom and to materialize a desire. So have the desires you have, allow it to live, and watch what happens with it. See what gets triggered. Be curious. Be curious, and at the same time, you will most definitely be, um, you'll, you may at times have pushback, and that's for sure. That's okay that you have pushback, but be curious in those places. And when you need to take it easy and find somewhere or someone that can help soothe you and calm you and bring you back into your stable ground as you are receiving this pushback, move through it. Allow yourself to take the time that is needed. And it's from this healing that you get to see who you are and continually rediscover who you are. That is the beauty of being a human being, is that we get to continually rediscover who we are, not only through our desires, but it's through our ruptures, our sadness, our griefs, um, our pleasures, right? Our playfulness. We continually meet who we are, and it's not just articulating you and who you are, and but it's having the capacity to live the experience of you, of your human nature, of your soul's expression. There is little remnants of your soul that will always be left with wherever you go, whichever you do, whatever work and conversation that you have, even the way you walk. And it's not only that, it is also infused with your karmas, right? The stories that you are here to relive and transmute from other lives that you've lived and had. It also is a place. Your soul is also an infusion of your lineage, of the human lineage that you have, of the ancestral lineage that you have, of the of the of the souls that have lived prior on this earth, and what has been infused into this earth, and what continues to get infused and ruptured out and then continue to be rebuilt again. Like, as an earth itself, it's a living, breathing thing, and we do the very same thing as what the earth does. Whatever is being ruptured in you is being ruptured external to you as well, in the collective, and even on earth as well. And so having the capacity to be able to live through who you are in your fullest expression, it is you making the agreement to play out who you are here to be, and to invite in who needs to see what they need to see. Invite others to heal, to be nourished, to be fed. And it's not just other human beings, but it's other species, other creatures, other mammals, even Earth herself. You were put here to create something. That desire in you, allow it to live. Allow it to live, allow it to have the light and the beauty that it does, because it is just magical watching someone take a deep breath. It is beautiful. It's mesmerizing. It's mesmerizing. And so having the courage to actually be able to witness someone is also having the courage to be able to witness yourself, to have the courage to experience yourself. And it takes great courage to be able to live your desires. A genuine, pure, unfiltered desire. It is a natural pulsating expression that is coming through you and out of you. So have the courage to live your desire. Have the courage to express your desire. It is going to uplift everyone around you. And sometimes the desires that are coming through are unprocessed, unlived experiences, thoughts. So as I was saying before my phone cut out, have the courage to experience the fullest self through your desires, right? Your desire isn't something evil or bad, but it's a natural expression of where you are wanting to go, where your soul wants to go, what it wants to experience, what it wants to create into this earth. Because the expression and the embodiment that you allow yourself to have is an infusion of that energy into the earth itself, which then allows this earth to alchemize just that too, and to put it out, right? So even for you to be able to alchemize and put out a desire, right, to materialize this desire, it is through your full body experiencing of it that you alchemize, that you change and you make it more receptive for others to have, for others to experience. And so that's why we have multiple people creating a certain product, right? For example, you'll find multiple life coaches, right? Why is that? It's because it's necessary. And each coach has their own essence, has their own experience, life experience. And then some coaches, they're more niche based. And so it's that expression, that embodiment, it's necessary. Why? It's because the frequency that gets put out, the ability and the way that individual was designed, uniquely designed to alchemize, that gives you the medicine and the information, the knowledge, the wisdom for you to be able to alchemize something. It allows you to actually, it invites you to cleanse what needs to be cleansed. And it's not only to human, but it's also to other species, also to Earth itself. And all the information that we are even tapping into and that we are resourcing from, that's the thing, we are resourcing from what is and has already been done and existed. And that we are finding that right now, our ancestors, they've done quite an extensive bit of work, right? They've perfected certain things. But the thing is, we've stagnated from that. And we realize that it's not sustainable for the direction and the path that this earth is going on, for the direction and path of our species, for our evolution. And we realize that what was created, it wasn't sustainable. If anything, it has provided depletion. In the long run, we saw how it has impacted us. And so for our generation, for us to be able to see that and be like, this ain't right. So let's create something else that is gonna give it permission to expand, for our species to evolve and to be self-sufficient in the way that we are, to actually use the resources that are available and to create new resources so we can help facilitate our evolution, our growth, our sustainability, our livelihoods. And so there is nothing wrong with the desires you have. You have desires, and understanding that your desire, there is a purity to it. There is a layer of purity and truthfulness in your desire. And it's having the capacity to be able to hear it, to genuinely hear it, and to feel the genuineness of it, and to put aside the expression and the limitations, the doubts. It's not that they're meant to be pushed aside. No, they exist for a reason, whether it is your limitation or from someone else. You, through your body, have an opportunity to alchemize that limiting idea, that limiting belief. And when you alchemize it, it also alchemizes for whoever it is that infused it into you. And so that's more of an unconscious, energetic, astral realm type of work. That's more of a quantum thing. So we're not going to go into the depths of it. But so having the capacity to alchemize what is there and knowing that, hey, this is an opportunity for me to move through it. And taking that as an invitation to move through it, to not know what is going to be the outcome and still be able to move through it because you have an intention to experience this. How it unfolds, the details of it, you don't know. But all you know is that it's there. All you know is that you will live it and you will experience it, point final, regardless of what it takes for you to get there, you are there, period. And so it's that expression of your desire that allows for desires and dreams to be alchemized, to be created into the most purest and fullest form that it is intended to be. And it provides a permission slip for those needing it. It provides a service that people can enjoy and indulge in. It allows you to create and do something for your community and to actually also take pleasure and joy with that too. It's the most natural way of creating and watching life come to life and to die and to sprout and to be in its messiness, to hold space. It's time for us to live our dreams, period. We no longer have the scariness that we once did. And when I say by scariness, the dangers that we once did. Our ancestors, they didn't want to live in that fight or flight type of lifestyle. They found a way to take inspiration from nature around them and to create a lifestyle that is better for the future generation. So they did that work. And for us to be able to have the technology and the information that we do right now, for us to have a lifestyle that a lot of us are in luxury, a lot of us are living in privilege, and there's a lot that don't. And so to have this contrast, we're seeing that we don't like that contrast and we want to change it. There's a lot of people that want to change it. And so lean into that, see what that looks like. What is that contrast? What is required for that contrast to not exist? And for us to even see that there is a contrast, it's because we allowed ourselves to see it. It's because it wants to change. It doesn't want to exist anymore. Not only is that true for our human nature, but it's also true for the earth itself. She doesn't want to see that anymore. She wants to create and alchemize something new, something different. And so give yourself the permission and the ability to lean into your your aliveness, because it will create what is needing to be created for you to live in your holiness, in your full expression. And so I'm going to leave the message here, and I wish you guys all the best, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.